Generation Podcast. I'm your host, Malak Arif, and today we have a very special guest, man. This brother, I've been a fan of this brother for I'm talking about the past 15 years, man. Originally, um, originally part of the A team, straight out of New Jersey, Jersey City. We got the one and only, the legend, Ransom, man. What's going on, brother?
Man, I can't complain, man. If I did, who would listen?
I hear you, man. I hear you, brother, man. Look, man, you got a lot going on, brother. You got a lot going on. It seemed like, man, you just had a recent resurgence in your career, man. But with this platform, man, what I do is different, man. I want to touch on your career because I really feel like your catalog, man, your catalog needs to have some people need to put some respect on what you have done, man, as far as the catalog, man.
No, I agree with that. But I guess that comes with due time, man. But I put my work in. But the main thing is, I own my catalog. So
hell yeah.
So we okay. It's okay.
Nah, it's all good, man. I don't want to say I'm surprised, man, because I followed your career, man, and you seem like a smart brother, man. So I'm not surprised when you told me that, even though I did not know that. But with that being said, man, I want to start from the beginning, brother. If you got a little time, man, I want to start from the beginning because I feel like your story has not really been told the way it it deserves to be told. Because in my world, brother, you are a legend. You a legend in my world, brother.
I respect that. I appreciate that.
Nah, that's real, brother. That's real, man. Like I said, I follow your career, man. So look, I want to start from the beginning, man. Like, where are you originally from, brother?
I was born in Brooklyn.
Okay.
I kind of migrated to Jersey. So
I'm
from Jersey City. That's where I kind of made my bones and shit.
No doubt, man. So with how was it like when I think of Jersey City, man? I'm trying to figure out like what was some of the first rappers that came out of Jersey City, man? Because I know of Newark, but we don't know. Like, I don't really know Jersey City, man. Who was some of the guys that came out of Jersey City?
Before me, it's only one, man. It's Joe Budden's, man. That's
Joe
it.
Budden. Okay.
You got I think it was Full Force or Force MDs, one of them motherfuckers or whatever.
Matter of fact, they were.
Yeah, they were from Jersey City, but other than that, Joe Budden's.
Right. No doubt. Yeah, man. When I think, like I said, we Jersey City, man. I don't know if you know this, man. Like my father, man, he used to go up to Jersey City a lot. He's a session musician. He used to work with the Manhattans. That was like the first time I ever heard of like Jersey City, but I never heard of like hip hop, man, out of there until you came along and Joey came along, man. So how was it, man? How was it like growing up, man? What was the music scene like, man? Do you guys have like is Jersey City? Do you guys share the same culture as like New York City?
Similar, definitely. We was very big on like when the locks hit. It was Wu-Tang. When
no doubt
certain shit hit, it kind of resonated throughout the whole city. Like so, the locks was definitely when the locks. I'm just naming shit that kind of stood out.
Right.
When the locks hit, it was just different. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the whole city was with it. Like the whole city was with the locks.
Why you think that? What was the connection between the locks and why you feel like you identify with them and as far as the city? Why do you feel that way?
Because they was talking how we was living.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They was talking how we was living. Jack Mack and everything was just kind of just resonated. It just kind of spoke to us.
So this is before. This is like when they was known as the Warlocks, or was this like around the Money, Power, Respect, the We Are the Streets era?
This was more like niggas done started something.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when it started. Niggas done started something. It was like, whoa. Whoa, who these niggas?
Yeah.
Kind of, it went on from there.
Okay. So around when we're talking about what's this 98? This is around the time I was coming out of school or whatever, man. What was some of the other influences that helped shape your style? What were some of the other artists that, like you said, you got the locks, but your style, man, is very, very unique, man. You have a very, like, what artists, or what influenced your style? What made you become the artist that you are?
I mean, I would have to say Kool G Rap played a huge part, man.
G Rap.
Kool G
Oh,
Rap.
you was on the son of G Rap with Special.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
shout out, man. Shout out to that show.
it was almost imperative that I had to be on something like that. Like I had to, because we, to put it loosely, we as children, bro. Like we from his tree. He's special.
No
you know what I mean? We from that tree, you know what I mean? So I had to, and but he is definitely one of a huge part. Kool G Rap.
Right. Now G Rap top 5, man. He top 5 to me, man. I've been telling people that for years, man. G Rap top 5. Matter of fact, he's one of them MCs, man. He's unrankable, man. Like him, Rakim.
All right. Yeah.
They with the gods, man. They look down. They sit on the throne and they look down at everybody else, man.
Absolutely. So G Rap played a huge part, man. And I could think, rappers like Pun, and Nas,
right?
Big L, like,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, there was artists that I probably liked, but if we're talking about who influenced me,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Those are the artists that kind of Jadakiss, like, nah, those are the artists influenced kind of Big Daddy Kane.
Okay.
Those kind of artists kind of molded where I was at the beginning, and then I kind of took it and went and became myself.
Okay.
I became myself after that. Yeah. But that's why I emulated. That's why I emulated.
Okay. So Rand, the first time I remember hearing you, man, was like on the Joe Budden freestyle, man, back in like off that first we talking about, this got to be like Mood Music 1. Mood Music 1. That's the first time I heard you, man. It's probably like around 05, 06. But I want to go back a little bit further, man. Like, when did you actually start rapping as far as taking it serious? Like, when did you decide, like, man, you know what? This is something that I'm very skilled at, and I need to get in the studio, man. Who dragged you to the studio?
When I started taking it serious.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. I hate, I don't do interviews because I don't like lying.
It's all good, brother. Yeah, you a private person, man. I respect that, bro. Like that's why I don't really I'm not gonna bring up any sensationalism or nothing like that, bro. Like I respect what you do. Already, I'm from DC, man. So I don't play none of that, bro. Are you a serious brother, man? I wanna tell your story, man. Talk about it.
I don't lie. Like, I don't like lying, so.
Nah, I feel you.
When I took it seriously, probably like recently.
Nah, Ram, I don't believe you, brother. I'm sorry. You know why? Hold up.
Yeah, man.
Nah, bro. And no, because you've dropped some classic projects, brother. How could you not, when you drop the project with Static Selector, man? That's a classic, brother.
I mean, I was just one out that whole year. Like, I wasn't just fucking around, man.
Nah, you dropped we talking 2013, brother. I know your catalog. 2013.
Yeah, 2013. I wasn't doing. I dropped that, and maybe I was just fucking around, bro.
You dropped the alternative, man. The alternative was dope, man. With
Nah, it was fine, but what's that? That's just a couple frees. Like I'm trying to tell you the truth, man. Like all
right, I got you.
Serious. I took a serious 2020. I was like, nah. I have to. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it 100, which I'm just.
Nah, that's all good.
I said 2020. You know what I'm saying?
That's amazing, brother.
I'm gonna take this shit 130% serious. This is the first time ever. Then that's what people like. Yo, damn, you gave us 5-6 projects. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Because I'm taking it seriously. I never did it before. Before it was like I was good at it. And I knew I was good at it. So it was like, it was kind of like, it was kind of like a boxer that could fucking fight his ass off, but then don't love it. He don't love it, so here and there he fight. Like I kind of equate that shit to Floyd Mayweather. Like he don't love boxing.
You don't think so?
I know he don't. Like, nigga about to fight some old YouTube nigga. Like, he don't love this shit. He don't love this shit, man. He don't love this shit, man. He doing this shit because he good at it, man. Trust me, man. Trust me. So I was at that stage where I know I was kind of good at it, and I was doing it, and people egged me on to do it, so I did it.
Right.
And I found ways to motivate myself to do it, but I didn't take it that seriously. I just really didn't. Now I was like, I'm coming for these niggas. Like it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Well, look, Ryan. That I'm surprised, man. What you telling me, brother? With all these impeccable projects, man, that you released through the years, man, it's amazing, man. Like you spit one of the dopest verses, man, of the 2000s, man, from 2010 on that family reunion, man. Like, and you telling me you did not take that. Like you're rapping with some of the best MCs in the world, brother. Like.
I took that moment serious. I was in a moment, and I was in competition. So I love competition. So it was like I'm competing against other rappers.
Right.
So I took the moment seriously. Like, nah, what the fuck? You think you finna rap better than me?
Yeah.
We ain't doing that. So I took that serious, but I took the moment serious. I didn't take rap.
Okay.
Like I'm in this moment. And there's certain moments that I took serious. You know what I'm saying? Pain and Glory. When I was in that moment, I took it serious.
Now, which one you talk about? The mixtapes, the Pain and Glory mixtapes,
the mixtape,
or the actual album?
When I was doing that, I took it serious, but I was in a moment. It was just a moment, and then I went as soon as that shit was done, off doing something else.
That's crazy, man.
That was just rap. Now it's just rap.
So you think Ran, you think like being from Jersey, man, like just the culture, it just breeds like lyricists, man. Like when I think of Jersey, man, I don't think like one of my favorite rappers, man, all time is Redman. And I don't know any bad rappers out of Jersey, man. Like I remember when I was in the military, man, this brother named, shout out to this brother, man. I haven't seen this brother in like 20 years. His name was William Rothmiller. We was in the military together, man. But this nigga had bars, man. He was from Newark, New Jersey, and he can rap his ass off. We in the military together. But I'm just like, yo, why you not like doing music? But the same thing, like you telling me, this is just something that he
was good at it.
Just good at it.
It's just good at it, man. You just brought up something interesting. You never heard a bad rapper from Jersey.
I never heard of a bad rapper. You can't say
right, man. You
can't, man. You can't say nobody from Jersey. Like even if you want to talk like battle rappers, man. Like you can say, okay, these guys might not have a crazy catalog, but you can't say these dudes can't rap. You can't say New Jersey Twerk or Sue Surf or any of these guys.
All fire.
You can't say they can't rap.
Nah, they all fire. Like motherfuckers is fire. Like I never looked at it like that. everybody was fire, pretty much fire. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I don't know what it is. What's the disconnect? Or
because New York, man, there's some garbage niggas out of New York, gang. It's some garbage. And listen, I'm not trying to start no strife or nothing. I know you guys share the same culture and everything, but I can, as much as I love, like my favorite rappers come out of New York City. But with that being said,
I think New York just got more. They got more shots. We ain't getting no. When you hear a Jersey nigga, he had to be nice.
He got to.
He had to. So it's like we didn't get those shots that Bismarck and all these things. We ain't get. You have to be exceptional if you're from Jersey, right? To make it to a mainstream platform, like you have to be exceptional. So
all of them, man. We talking Trench. We going back to Trench. We going back to Latifah. Name somebody that's whack from Jersey.
You can't because they had, but those artists got the platform. Like this, trust me, there's some whack ass niggas, man. But you'll never hear them.
Yeah.
But you'll hear some whack ass New York niggas.
That's what I'm saying. And I ain't trying to look. I'm not trying to start no strife on that, but I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm gonna just keep it a bean. Like I don't know. Like let's put it like this, Rand. Every nigga that made it from Jersey. When I mean every nigga that made it, like every nigga that made it to some type of platform, whether he's a battle rapper or he's putting out music, he's nice. He or she is nice. He or she is nice.
But you can also count them on your hands. In New York, there's too many. I can't count the amount of nice niggas who made it from New York. I can't count them on my hands, but I can count them from Jersey.
That's true.
What?
That's true.
20, dude. I don't know if you're gonna reach 20.
Yeah. I don't know, Jersey, man. I can count like
we talking about
count like 20.
We talking about making it. We talking about that made it. That and you know, making it is a relative term.
But to me, that's all relative, though, Rand. Like to me, you made it, brother. Like as long as, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, brother.
No, I was just saying that's vague. Made it. Made it to somebody else. It can mean my made it could mean something different to another person's made it. So when people say I made it, I'm like I'm still going.
It's relative. It's all relative.
Yeah, I make nothing. I didn't do it. I didn't do what Redman did. I didn't do what Latif, but I wasn't given the opportunity to.
Right.
I wasn't given the opportunity to.
Right.
But I believe if I was,
do you think? Okay, so let's talk about that a little bit, man, because this is the Bridging the Generation podcast, man. Look. When I think of you as an artist, man, like I think of you like an artist that has the total package, man. But the only, and I don't want to say flaw, but I think some people can look at you and say that he's very private, man. You're very private. Do you think like that's part of the reason why? Because as far as an MC, as far as an artist, not even just an MC, as an artist, you're A1, you top tier. But you're a very private person, man. Has that always been your thing? Have you always been like that?
Yeah, man, I've always been quiet. Always been quiet. And I just know the life that I was leading at that time, you just didn't talk a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I said, I was good at rapping though. So it was like I was torn where you know rappers talk a lot, they talk shit, they do this, they do that, but I was leading like two different lives, so it's like I can't. You know, and then the life I was leading on this side, you don't talk a lot,
right?
You know, you do what you do, you get up out of there, and you know, you just don't talk a lot. And then on top of that, the type of person I am, I don't speak a lot. I'm not you know, and I love my privacy. I love my, you know, my family and my home. And I wouldn't trade how I'm doing it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be nothing. Like I don't want to be.
Right. You did it your way.
I did it my way. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah. I don't want to let you win. I don't want to let nobody.
No, I like that, man. I like that about you, man. Like I'm one of the type of people, man. Like I don't give a fuck about how many followers, how much albums you sell. Like, man, to me, do you make good music or do you make shit music? You know what I'm saying? Like, could you rap or can you not rap?
Right. That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So like I said, man, when I think of you, man, I think of it like a top tier artist, man. So look, I wanna go back a little bit further, man. I remember, like I said, man, I first started hearing you, man, in 05, 06. And you know, you did this freestyle off Joe Budden's the Mood Music 1. And like how did you meet Joe? You know, how did y'all develop whatever relationship that you guys have or had, you know, at the time? How did you meet Joe?
He was, you know, Joe's from the city. So I didn't know him personally, but it's not that big of a city, so you know, you hear things and shit. So you know, one of my mans, shout out to him, Orlando Wharton.
Okay.
We came up with this great idea to just give him a call and be like, let's start a group. You know, out of nowhere, you know, we was spitballing at the time, like let's see what happens and shit. Because you know, at the time Hitch was doing his thing.
Shout out to Hitch.
Yeah, shout out to Hitch. He was doing his thing. I wasn't rapping like that.
Hitch, man, do Hitch still box, man? I know last time I checked, Hitch, man, he was boxing, man. Does he still box?
We always been heavily into that shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, we come from everywhere. You had to fight. You had to know how to fight. But Hitch, he's still into that. We both love this, sport. I'm heavily into that shit. He heavily into that shit.
Yeah.
But he's still putting together bars and shit and do stuff like that. Shout out to Hitch. But yeah, like Hitch was buzzing at that time.
Okay.
Hitch was the guy at that time in the city. He was the guy in the city. I was unknown. I was unknown as far as like rapping. I was unknown.
Right.
But what people didn't know, I was behind the scenes also back then.
Mm-hmm.
I was writing. I wrote for Puff.
Monique. How did you fall into that situation? Because I wanted to ask that question like later on, as far as like I know that you ghostwrite, but I'm gonna be honest, brother, and that's why I'm glad I have you on here, man. I didn't know that you was doing that back then. I thought this is something, that's something that you probably been doing for like the past maybe 5-6 years. I didn't know that you've been doing it that long.
Yeah, I've been doing it. I've been doing that throughout my whole career.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So I started.
How does that work, Rand? Like, how do like artists or whatever? How does that work as far as like somebody reaching out to you? How does that work? Because a lot of people, man, they talk about ghostwriting like it's a bad thing, but at the end of the day, man, it gives brothers like yourself an opportunity, man, to be able to provide for your family, man, and still get a check. So, how does that work?
I knew somebody. I knew a dude from the street, man, that knew Puff.
Yeah.
Just like that. It was just that simple. Dude was my brother. God bless my brother's soul. My brother born free. My older brother. His best friend knew Puff.
Okay.
That was just that. And I was young. I was coming up. He heard me. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna take you over here." So he brought me to Daddy's house, and that was it. I started writing for the nigga.
Try it.
Just that easy. Like,
that was crazy.
Not easy, but just that. It just happened.
Just like that. What we talking about? Like around the press play area, the press play era around that time.
Nah. Before that. Before. All right. So I wrote on
Forever. We talk about like Forever.
I'm about to tell you. With the Locks. He had the Locks, Biggie, and Puff. Doo doo. Niggas talking it, but ain't living it.
Oh yeah. Yo, stop playing. We got an exclusive, man. That's damn near 20 years ago, man.
Yeah, like that time. Like,
yo, Ram, man, you gotta be around the same age, bro. I don't want to tell your age, man, but me, we definitely around the same age.
I wrote on that record. Yeah, I wrote for that record. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
And even before then, I was like, yeah. So I wrote on that record. Like that beat was playing in the studio. I was writing to that. Like that's
crazy.
That beat. Like, so that's when it started. That. Yeah. Okay. Now, I didn't know the business. I wasn't getting no publishing. Like I ain't know nothing.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But
right.
That just kind of opened the doors up for other writing shit. Okay. And then after that came the 18. Like that came after that.
So talk about that. I want to like I said, man, I remember you on the Joe that Move Music, man, but then I had to I started I introduced my homeboy. I thought I was introducing a homeboy of mine, man, to Joe Budden, but he was like, man, this dude Joe Budden and this guy that he got that's rapping on this track, he's with this group called A-Team. And I was like, yo, who's these guys? And he was like, Stacks and Gravy and all these different, like I knew a Fab or whatever, and but I didn't know of you and Stacks and all these guys. So in a nutshell, how did that come together? How did the A-Team come together? And who are the official members of the A-Team?
Like I said, that came together from a phone call. We called Joe, and he was with it. He was like, "Yo, you want to do this group shit?"
Yeah.
He was like, "Well, who?"
Yeah.
It was like Hitch, and Ransom, he ain't, he ain't know. But then when he heard, I was in the streets, but I wasn't, But he was like, "All right, no, yeah, I know,
Yeah,
yeah, let's do it." So he
yeah.
came to the studio, and we did something over the niggas done started some shit.
I remember that. That shit was crazy.
That was the first thing we did. That
Yeah.
so when he came, like after that phone call out, he came, and that was the first thing that we recorded, and then we just the official members was just me, him, and Joe. Me, Hitcher, Joe. That was it. 18. Desert Storm was Desert Storm was Desert Storm, but
Okay.
18 was me, Hitch, and Joe Buns.
Oh shit, I had no idea because I know you guys used to do so much stuff with Stacks, man, and Fab would he'd be on some shit, him and Gravy. So I thought all of that was 18.
Nah, they had their own shit. Like
Yeah.
we were just all Desert Storm. Like so,
Yeah.
it was all Desert Storm. So yeah,
That's
that was
DJ Clue, right? DJ Clue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So was you did you guys ever release like an official mixtape? Because I don't really remember that. Correct me if I'm wrong, man. Did y'all ever release like an official mixtape or project?
With all of us on it?
Yeah. I was hearing Lucy's, man. Like I remember just hearing a bunch of songs, man. Cause this was around the time that what you call LimeWire and all that type. So I just, it was just the music was everywhere, man. But I never really remember like a project, man, with just y'all on it. You know what I'm saying? Official joint.
Nah, like we had like we'll be on Fab shit when he did Loso's Way. We'll be on his shit, and then we'll be on Joe shit when he do some shit. And like so. But as far as like all of us doing one project, nah, that shit never happened.
Okay. So how was the relationship with the core members, man? Like I remember, like I said, man, you used to do a lot of stuff with Stacks and Joe, man. Like matter of fact, talk a little bit about Stacks, man. How was a lot of people, man, don't know about Stack Bundles, man. What type of brother was he, man? Because I said, man, if I ever reached out to one of the brothers, man, one of the brothers that rap with Stacks, man, because that was one of my favorite MCs, man, during those years, man. What type of brother was Stack Bundles?
Stack was
talk about it.
Stack was fucking crazy, man. Stacks was crazy.
Yeah.
He was when I mean crazy, I don't mean rap crazy. Like
yeah.
He was different. He was a different guy. He was a very different. Like, all right, so we ain't like each other at first.
Okay.
Me and Stacks ain't like each other.
Stacks from what Stacks from Far Rock, right?
From Far Rock, yeah. So we ain't like each other. He was real flamboyant. I was real. I'm a hater, my nigga. Like, so you come in. Who the fuck is this nigga, man? Like, like, fuck you. Who this nigga is? Look, I'm from Jersey City, man. I'm a hater, man.
Yeah.
We was bred on that shit. Like, who the fuck is this nigga, man? Who this nigga, man? He thinking all this shit. Like, so that's hating. Like, fuck this nigga think he is, man.
Yeah.
And, we just became friends after that because he was like he wasn't having that shit. He like, man, like this who the fuck I am, nigga. Like, what?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
don't get it fucked up. Don't let the pretty boy cornrows and all that whatever the light skin shit.
Yeah, he was with it. He was with it. So that's that's how we came together because we was both with it.
Yeah,
we was both with it. So once I kind of peeled back the layers, like dude is he with it.
Yeah.
With it. So I'm with it. So then we all became with it. So
okay.
It was Stack was a different. He was either you love him or you hate him. Put it like that.
Ain't no in between.
No in between, man.
I feel like you're the same way, man. Like I feel like you like you either fuck with Ransom, man, or you just don't.
It ain't no in between.
Ain't no in between, man. But you know what? What's your sign, Rand?
I'm a Virgo.
You're Virgo. Okay. Now my what I noticed, man, like I think the energy that you give off, man, is real energy. So if a nigga is not on some real shit, like he's not an authentic nigga, he's not the type of, he ain't gonna fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like you got this repellent, like this bullshit nigga repellent. You know what I'm saying? Like always, and I feel like that's one of the reasons why I always connected with you, man. Like I never cared about you being super flashy and none of that, man. All I know, man, whenever Rand is on the track, man, Rand is giving you some realism, man. You was never really on the materialism. Not that I'm knocking anybody who's on that or whatever, but your music always came from like a sincere play, like an authentic place, man. So how important, man, do you feel, or do you feel like it is to be transparent in your music?
It's everything. Yo, like me and Special was just talking about this shit, man. How like how niggas don't even know how real this shit really be. Honestly.
What do you mean? You mean like the music industry?
Nah, like if we
or life.
If a nigga saying a bar and it's some real bars, like Special said some shit and he don't even know this. He's sitting right there, but he don't know this. When he said, you know, baby mama got shot in the head too, like nobody knows.
I remember that line.
Nobody knows how really real.
Yeah.
Like you have to be there.
Yeah.
You ever seen somebody get shot in the head, my nigga? Like
that's crazy.
Like, all right, you take it at face value, like, oh yeah, he telling the truth. He a real nigga, he tell the truth. But really think about it.
Right.
Think about his baby mother getting shot.
Right.
Nah. Think about it.
Nah, I'm not, man. That's some real shit right there.
Right. So when people rap about real shit, you might be like, yo, that's a real nigga. I know he telling some real shit, but do you know how really real? Because now it's like, why? Why'd that shit happen? So then that's a realer story. Yeah. So then it's like, so what was the reality? Was it what happened to the person that did it? What happened? Like, no, these stories that's being told is just real, and even the person listening to it can really comprehend. You know what I'm saying? So it's
I get you. I think a lot of times, man, like we with music, man, especially in hip hop, man, like we get so, what do you call, conditioned to hearing all these things, man. But sometimes, man, we desensitize from a lot of this shit. But artists like yourself, man, artists like 38 Special, man, like what you guys are talking about, man, it's real authentic. It come from a real place. And sometimes I feel like the lines get blurred, man, between artists like yourself, artists like, Benny Special, guys like that, man. And we tend, as a hip hop community, man, we tend to lump all you guys in the same box, and it shouldn't be that way. Like some of these niggas is actually, they telling stories. I mean, that's just what it is. These niggas are artists.
Absolutely.
And that's cool. That's cool. But we gotta separate. We gotta separate the authentic niggas from these characters, man. Like,
absolutely, man. Absolutely. And we talk, bro, I'm not like, I never proclaimed to be anything that I'm not.
Right.
Tell you what's going on, what I did, and what happened around me. So I never was like, yo, bro, I ain't the toughest nigga. I wasn't not this, not that, not this. I'll just tell you what I had to do.
Right.
What I had to do.
Yeah.
What happened. That's all I can tell you. I'm not no fucking super goon or gorilla and all this other shit.
Right.
Never was, and never will be. But I tell you what, if you had a problem with me, you just had a problem.
Right.
It wasn't a joke.
Mm-hmm. I feel you. I feel you, man. No, that's real. That's real. I feel like I said, man. I feel like that's one of the reasons, man, why I always fuck with you, man, because it seemed like growing up where I'm from, man. We from the same type of environments, man, and I feel like, there was never no sensationalism with you, man. Like it was just, even with all these rappers, you was doing music with all these artists, man, that was real flashy, but you still found your niche and you stayed in your lane, man, and you was able to rock. You was able to get your shit off, and it meshed well, man. Even with the 18, man, all you guys was different, but I still felt like it came together real beautiful, man. Because of the artists that you guys were, man. Just being just real, and as far as the music that you put out, man. So I want to fast forward a little bit, Rand. I wanna talk about. I remember you dropped the this is around 2008. Like I remember you did fight what was it, Fight Night, and then you did the man.
But I really didn't do those mixtapes. Like somebody else did
Just
them.
putting on the shits out. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you know, I kind of I kind of co-signed it. Like you know, a nigga get a drop from you or whatever.
Yeah.
But I ain't put them shits out.
Oh shit, that's a nigga. That's another exclusive right there, man. I had no idea. See, that's the thing, man. You do this, you do this shit so effortless, man. It's like I'm thinking this is like some shit that you constructed.
I told you I didn't take it seriously till now.
Yeah.
So niggas were taking it seriously around me.
Yeah.
And they would put shit out, and I'd just be like, all right, like
Okay.
whatever. Until now it's a money thing. Now it's a business thing.
No doubt, no doubt, no
Now
doubt,
it's
man.
now it's serious because now we making money. So now
No
it's
doubt. Yeah. Yeah. So I remember, man. Talk to me about. I want to go back a little. Like I'm not gonna stay here, man. But I remember, also on one of your early projects, man. You did a joint with I don't know if it was a street cinema, but you had a joint with like Nicki Minaj, man. Like talk to us about like how did you link up with Nicki, man? Like this was early. I don't think she was even with Young Money at this time, man.
She
What
wasn't.
did you see in her? What did you like? Did you ever realize that she was going to turn out to be the star, the artist that she is, man? What stood out, just off for first glance, first listen with Nicki, man?
It was I never at that time I didn't hear anybody that sounded like her.
Yeah.
At that moment in time,
Yeah.
She had that Kim and Foxy thing.
Yeah.
But then she was lyrical at that time.
Right.
You know, man. At that time, she was lyrical, and she had she was comfortable the way she rapped.
Mm-hmm.
You know, back then, women or females was rapping, but it was a certain level of comfortability that I didn't hear.
Mm.
And when I heard her, she was rapping like a nigga, like a man, comfortable. Like,
yeah.
I mean by the comfortable thing. Like she was just like,
Yeah.
I could hear it. I could hear it in your voice. If you got to be believable in this shit. So
right.
And I was like, it was MySpace. I reached out on MySpace.
Okay.
And that's how that happened. I said, yo, like, what's up? What the fuck you doing? Like, who you with? Like,
yeah.
What you doing? She like, she hit back. And the rest was history. I put on a joint.
Yeah.
Time I was the guy. So, I put on a joint.
She showed out on that joint.
Yeah, I put on a joint. And then we just kept working. And then, the rest is history. But but behind the scenes, though, I went to bat for a lot of times.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, that was a different time, man. You didn't have, like you said, man, you didn't have any type of female or woman MCs, man, that like that at that time. Because Lil Kim was kind of, she
was fading out at that time.
Yeah, she was getting a little older, and you know how that shit goes, man. So I want to fast forward a little bit, man. I remember, and I ain't gonna go into detail, but you had a little situation. You did a little time, man. Like, do you ever feel like that situation, man? Did that situation made you take, make you take this shit a little serious, man? Or do it like how did that set you back, and how do you feel like that inspires you to go harder, man? Because I personally feel, brother, when you came back out, bro, with that man, what's that project you did with DJ Drama, man? Winter is Coming. To me, bro, that was the official Ransom to me, brother. Like, you may think differently, but to me, man, the Ransom that I see today, to me, it started with Winter is Coming, man. Like, I didn't because you was silent. Like, I remember, because I didn't remember. I don't know really what happened with you. Like, you just went away. I come to find out, situation, whatever. And I ain't gonna really. I don't feel like talking about that. But I know when you drop Winter is Coming, I remember that shit appeared on Dat Piff. And I know you say you got a lot of music and you weren't taking this shit serious, but man, brother, like when you resurface, man, with that Winter is Coming, bro. Hey, man, I think that birthed the Ransom that we see today, man.
Think so? I hate that project.
You don't like it?
I hate
Damn, that's crazy.
That's like I'm ashamed of that project, actually.
It's the, you know what? It's the music. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't think it. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm not just saying this because you just said it. I don't think musically it aged well. You know, but as far as like the rapping, man, I feel like your voice and the rapping, man, you sound hungry. I ain't gonna lie, I don't like them Lex Luger type beats and all that shit. I don't think you rap. I don't think you rap over that. I don't like hearing you rap over that type of shit. But at that time, Baran, at that time, that shit was popular.
Yeah, but you know,
so I thought it like at that time, to me, I thought that shit was dope, and I still seen the growth in you as an artist. But now, you know, 10 years later, man, I'm not gonna lie, the music sounds dated, but the bars, bro, you was spazzing, bro. You was spazzing.
That's a take I could deal with that. Like, I ain't never gonna spit no whack shit, so it was like, nah, it wasn't. Yeah. But I feel like it was. I'm ashamed of that because, you know, when I came home, I didn't know what was going on and shit, and I was easily influenced. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the music changed. Music, like, around that time, man, it shifted, man. You know, that was around the same time I heard of Special. And I was like, man, when I first heard Special, I was like, yo, this is different, young. But I don't know how an artist like this is going to be able to make music that's going to, like, I never saw, like, what he's doing right now. I remember that back in 2009, 2008. But the music was so different, man, and I didn't know how people were going to receive that type of music. It's that music what y'all was making was for me, but with Drake and that whole sound of music, that early 2010s, man, it was a weird time, man.
Yeah, it was weird. Like, I feel like both of us, I think we tried to, I don't want to say conform, but we definitely tried to. And I don't want to see fit in either, but we tried to play. You know what I mean? So we some type of beats.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Shit that we wasn't even used to.
Yeah. I didn't like that. Like I said, at the time, man, I'm not gonna lie. At the time, that sound was popular, but when I was listening to that project a while back, and I was like, like, man, and you know what? I guess because I listen to the shit that you do now, and it's like it's so superior to that shit, man. But the bars, man, the bars was, you never, brother, you always gave us the bars, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like I'm not gonna come out here no whack shit. Like, I'll retire and leave this shit alone before I do some whack shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my least favorite project. I was definitely it was a crazy time. I just came home.
Yeah.
Hey, Trust, get out of here, man. Trust, get out. Look, Trust.
Yeah, man. That was, like I said, that was a wild time. But then you followed up, man. You did the alternative. You did another project, man. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't too much care for this one project, man. With you on the orange cover with the fire and shit. I ain't really.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot the name. I forgot the name of, but it did have this one joint on it. I love that Drug Money, man. Like, that Drug Money on the alternative, man. That was my shit, bro. Like,
yeah, I mean,
I think that song stands the test of time. Like, you had some joints on there, man. It was just like, as a whole.
I was trying to figure shit out, man. Like, like that. I was trying to figure shit out.
Well, shit. Well, look, Rand, man, brother. 2013, bro. I don't know how you feel, bro. I feel like you figured that shit out, bro. When you dropped the proposal with Static Selector, man. Static, one of them dudes, he don't drop no bullshit, man. Like, talk about that project, man. Talk about linking up with Static, man, because he, you know, around this time he was buzzing, man. He was really dropping all these albums, man. Lucky 7 and all these, you know.
Yeah, we did that shit like in a day. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't even that serious. I did that shit in one day, the proposal.
Are you killing me, Rand? Go ahead, man. I used to
play one day.
Rand, I used to play that shit today. You know the thing I like about that project? This one thing I liked about it. You was putting out all these mixtapes that had all these fucking songs, man. And I was like, yo, these shits, it's too fucking long, man. Like, just shorten the shit and just get some dope beats, man, because you always deliver bars, man. But I feel like personally, man, I feel like with like Reservoir and it's Ransom, that was my shit with Styles P, man. I feel like, man, you finally put together like a project, man, that really represent what type of artist that you is, man, you know.
Yo, we did that shit in one night, man.
Man, that shit's fire, brother. Man, that shit, I still listen to that. I still listen. That shit still sounds good, man.
Oh yeah, we finna do part 2 to that though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, Rand. Like, bro, man, you got some shit, man. But you know, 2013, you dropped that. Then 2014, man, you link back up. You know, you and Joe had a little fallout, and then you guys link back up, man, on the on Pain and Glory, the album, man. And you all, I believe you was also on his project.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of them songs, I believe, you know, which one is it, man? It was one of, I think Make a Deal was on Pain and Glory,
Yeah.
and it was on No Love Lost, one of them Joe projects, man.
Yep.
So how was that, man, linking back up with Joe, man? Because it sounded like, man, you guys always make magic, man, when you guys come together, man. How was that, man? The relationship, and just who made that phone call?
It was mutual. We kept seeing each other in clubs and shit like that.
Okay.
You know, I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't friendly or whatever.
Yeah.
And we just had to talk.
Yeah.
And then we had a talk, and then shortly after that, you know, we was in the studio. Yo, let's just this, you know how you all the way squash some shit. You make a record, man.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like Jeezy and Gucci, you know,
Gucci Man.
being in the same room together. Like, all right, you know, after that, they gonna be all right after that. So after we got in the studio and kind of got the first record out, we was like, all right, it's over. Like,
okay. Yeah, because y'all had that. You also had you did the Nothing Changed. Or you had, man, y'all
we did that the same day though.
Y'all did the same. Oh, that did at the same day.
Yeah, we did all like 4 records that day.
So Rand, is it safe to say at that time, man, your best project? Would you say that like Pain and Glory was your best project?
Yeah.
At that time, what was the inspiration behind that album, man? Because that was, again, man, to me, it started with When It's Coming, as far as like, man, the bars, just you were just tightening up on your shit, man. The music, I ain't gonna lie, the music from them When It Coming, it don't really stand the test of time, but that Proposal and Pain and Glory, man, and you haven't missed since. So that Pain and Glory, man, to me, man, that's a special album to me, man. And the reason why I say that, man, like I was going through a lot of shit in my life, man. And, you know, you touched on a lot of real personal issues, man, on that particular project. So I always wanted to, you know, if I said, man, if I ever got a chance to chop it up with Rand, I would like to pick his brain as far as like, man, what was some of the inspiration, man, behind that particular project, man? Because, yo, that shit's a classic, bro. That shit is a classic.
Yeah. Only inspiration was life.
Life.
I was going through shit.
Yeah.
I was shit, man. I just came home. Like that was around like maybe like a couple months after I just came home.
Right.
Yeah, nah, that shit was different.
Right.
So,
right. Well, how do you feel about the project though? Like, how did you like, as far as like, because it was critically acclaimed. And like I said, it didn't shake the world. But as far as like critically acclaimed, man, like how did you feel about the project as a whole, man? You know,
I think that's when it started. Not Winter's Coming. I think it started then when I started to ascend.
Right.
Like, all right. That's when I'm like, all right, I'm on some different shit, man.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I agree.
I think it started then. Like,
no, you're right. I can do. You know the reason why I said When It's Coming, because at that time, man, like. When I like 2020 hindsight, when I listened to When It's Coming, like at that time, that was the popular sound. So I like that sound, which was popular. I like hearing you rap. So it was great. But like I said, when I think back now, 2020 hindsight, I can wholeheartedly agree with you. Like it really started, you know, with that particular project, man. And you haven't.
Pain and Glory was after that.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was after that. And I was like, man, fuck. Like When It's Coming, I hated it, even though it was one of my biggest projects ever.
Yeah, that shit had DJ Drama, man. Like that shit was lit. That shit. Yeah. You remember when what you call it? Dat Piff used to have like 100K and all that. They had all like that shit was
It
that
did
shit
like
was high.
they did like 250, 300.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like on that piff, man. I don't know how that shit works now, man. But this
Nah, it
shit
went
was
crazy. It went
it
crazy.
went crazy, bro. The album cover was like when I saw the album cover, I was like, man, he's back. He's back, man. And I was elated, man.
It was one of my biggest projects, but I hated it. So.
Yeah. Now, hold on, Rain. Hold on. Did you hate it at the time, or do you like kind of like me? You look back at it now, and you're like, damn, that shit it wasn't all that.
Nah, I ain't like it at the time.
You didn't like it at the time?
Yeah. I felt like I was conforming and shit.
Yeah.
And
I can see that.
And that's why I held and did Pain and Glory. That right back. I'm like, nah, fuck.
Yeah. That was your sound. Pain and Glory that's what you do.
Yeah. So I was like, that came directly after that. I'm like, nah, I can't lead. That left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
I did Pain and Glory after that.
Okay. So what you think about music at that time, man? Like as far as, because music it shifted, man, and you coming out, man, and shit is just different, man. Like how difficult you feel it was, for you as far as like finding your niche, man. What was the challenge?
It's a challenge for every artist, man. Like I talk to other artists, and I talk about this with other artists.
Talk about it. What you mean?
It's hard, man. Like you want to stay true.
Mm-hmm.
True. And then when you're younger, you want to be popular too.
Right.
You want to be all these things.
Yeah.
You want to be popular. You want to stay true. You want to keep it. You want to tell your life story. You want to. You want the women. You want the jury. You want all this shit.
Right.
You try to come. You try to. You try to put it all together, but sometimes you just gotta be who the fuck you gonna be, man.
No doubt.
I think right now, this is me, man.
Yeah.
You getting me, man.
Yeah.
Like there's nobody telling me like I don't got no nigga telling me like, yo, man, you gotta spit something for the ladies, or man, you need a record, man. You need this, man. You need that, man. You need a bounce record and all the track, man. Look.
Now, was you signed at that time, Ray?
I never was signed. I never signed no deal ever.
Y'all could have swore you was on like E1 and shit, man.
Nah, I never signed no deal ever.
Why is that? Why? What's some of the why you chose not to sign, man? And if you and when because you in the game and artists that got deals or whatever. What would you say would be like the pros and cons, man, of having a deal?
There's only like one pro for having a
deal. What's that?
And it's not even a pro for everybody because you got the machine behind you.
Yeah.
And you still got to hustle.
Yeah.
You just don't get signed. A lot of artists get signed and sit back and think that shit's
on the shelf.
Yeah, they just think that shit gonna happen.
Yeah.
Work like that. You gotta work it. But they put the machine behind you and you get opportunities that you wouldn't get when you unsigned, right? So if you signed, you're gonna get the Pepsi commercial, like
right.
You're gonna get the extra shit.
Yeah.
They see you having traction.
Yeah.
So they're playing they can't lose. They're playing a game they can't lose, right?
I say that all the time, Ryan. I say that, man. I hate to cut you off, and I want you to finish. Please don't forget what you about to say. I just want to interject what I noticed, man, and correct me if I'm wrong, man. It seemed like when these guys, man, when they have this machine behind them, it seemed like, man, like whatever they put out, they make sure it hits, man. It just like they can't lose, man. And to me, I look at an artist like yourself, and the only thing separates you from these other guys is the machine. That's it. As far as being what we consider a dope ass artist, man. Because I look at you as an artist. You're not just a lyricist, man. You're an artist. But the only thing that these guys may have on you is they have that machine, and You know, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. So what's your take on that, man? That's just my little 2 cents, man.
I mean, I'm like I said, everybody's not meant for the machine, man.
Okay.
Everybody is not meant for the machine. Like I honestly think I'm not meant for a machine.
Yeah.
Because if you're part of the machine, that means you got to go with the machine, right? You got to do whatever they tell you to do.
That's
you gotta
true. That's true.
And I'm not that.
Like,
tell me what to do.
Yeah.
So I never fit in that formula.
Right.
But there are artists that fit in that formula and do well in that formula, where it's like, yo, put this on, rap this or sing this.
Be here. I need you to be here, here.
Here at this time and do what you do. And this and you'll flourish.
Yeah,
right?
fuck that shit.
That's not me, right? So you can't.
That's like borderline slavery and shit to me.
It's not even borderline. That's just what it is. Like, so what I was saying before is like the machine. It works for some artists and it doesn't work. So that worked for me because I'm uncontrollable. Right. And I'm not saying that like I'm a fucking maniac.
No, I get you. I know. I understand.
I don't fall victim or I'm not a slave to anybody's philosophy. So like, so I'm truly uneducated to that point. Whereas like I'm uneducated because I don't listen to what nobody got to say. You know what I mean? So you can't be on anything because I don't believe in what you're talking. And I'm not a slave to anyone's philosophy. I take shit from Special tell me something, I take something from him. This nigga but I'm not a slave to anybody's philosophy. Right. So I'm not educated like that. So control me. You can't control me because I'm not a system. I'm not in the system. I'm not a system player. Like, I'm not part of the triangle offense. I'm not Scott. I'm not Steve Kerr.
Right.
I mean,
by the way, you do shit different, man. I like the way. That's why when we, when to piggyback on what you said earlier, man, as far as like success, and I personally feel it's all relative, man, because as long as I personally feel as long as you doing what you love, you successful, man, and you doing it your way. So to me, in my eyes, man, you made it, brother. Like you making classics, man, and you still relevant, man, to the people that matter, to the culture.
Facts. Nah, I appreciate it, man. But look, my phone about to die.
Okay. Well, look, hey, brother.
So I don't know how that worked.
Yeah. You know what, man? I just want to.
Hold on, let me see. I got 4%.
All right. Well, look, man. I want to just talk about this. I wanted to talk about the Nick Craven, man. Let's just fast forward, man, to the Nick Craven, man. How did you link with Nick, man? And tell me what I heard Joe mention that the director's cut, man, and how did that whole thing come about, linking with Nick?
Well, Nick was sending me beats when I was retired and shit. So man. Nick, but hold on, Nick will send me like Nick the type of nigga that'll send me 500 beats. Yeah. So I just end up rapping on one of them shits, and that was Reaper's Hood, and that was the start. That was the start. Yeah. When I did the Reaper's Hood joint, and then I seen the reaction. But even before that, I was coming out for Special when Special be like, yo, with his projects, I'll come out and fuck with him. Yeah. But other than that, when Craven came with his shit, I just did the Reaper's Hood, and then it start from. That's how I kind of linked with Craven.
Y'all did all that shit together, like part 1, 2, and 3, or you kind of space it out?
Nah, I did that like I did that in my room, man. Okay. That Dolo, like he was sending me shit, and I was just knocking this out.
Nah, part 3, man, is really, like I said, I know you got to go, man, but I have to say this before you go, man. Like part 3, man. Part 1 and 2 is fire, but that part 3, man, is like an album of the year contender, man. It's very critically acclaimed, man. How proud are you of that particular project, man? I remember Joe, he gave you a shout out on the Joe Budden podcast, man, for whatever that's worth, man. But you know, how do you feel about that whole director's cut series, man? What's your take? How do you feel about that?
I feel like it was fucking spectacular.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like, I'm a competitor, so I feel like I could do better.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like it was classic though, bro.
Y'all got something else coming?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you did the deleted scenes, man, and that shit was crazy.
Yeah, I got December is the Trust takeover. Like, so Shay just dropped.
Yeah, Shay shit is nasty.
Yeah, Shay just dropped.
Yeah.
I'm dropping again.
Okay.
18th, and then Special dropping this Friday, matter of fact.
Yeah. I heard Special dropping Friday.
Yeah, and then I'm dropping it the 18th, and then he dropping again the 25th. So yeah, we finna fuck shit up. How that
whole Trust thing, man? Like how do you feel about that, man? Like linking with Trust, man? Because I feel like it's a perfect fit, man. You know.
Yeah, it is perfect because we like-minded this shit.
Yeah.
Same. We just minded, man. He think like I think.
Right.
I
love it, man. I love it, man. Well, look, brother, I'm not gonna hold you, man. I want to just thank you, man, for being on the platform, man. This was an honor for me, man. I know you don't do a lot of interviews. I haven't really seen any lengthy interviews, man, but you pretty much answered everything that I wanted to ask you, man. So, brother, from my mouth to your ears, man, it's been an honor, man, to chop it up with an artist, high caliber MC/artist such as yourself, man. So, thank you, brother.
Nah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the platform. Like you said, I don't do a lot. I don't do a lot of interviews, but here and there I do. So we pick and choose.
Yeah. Nah, it's all good.
Yeah.
Hey, can I get a shout out for like the Bridging the Generation podcast, man? Can I get a shout out before you go, brother?
Yeah. Now, what we need to say? What I need to say?
Yeah, the Bridging the Generation podcast. Just shout out.
Bridging the Generation podcast, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's Duffelbag Rand, man. Trust, man. Trust what you listening to, man. Trust what you hearing, man. Man. Bridging, man. Don't let me come on, man. Look, let me get a shot of this. Look, y'all niggas, look. I don't want to start talking my shit, man. But anyway, look, brother, I appreciate you having me on the platform.
No doubt.
Whenever whenever you need a Trust member or whatever the case may be, and we got something to promote, man, we gonna come fuck with you, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate this opportunity, man. I'm not gonna hold you any longer, man. This has been an honor, brother. Man, you take care. I know you're busy, man. Go ahead, get it in, man. Do what you do, Rand. You have a good night, brother.
You too, man. Appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah. Shit's so pretty, man. Word. It's a soundtrack. Soundtrack in the streets right now. It's a fact. Let's get 'em. I'm not the one to play with. Look, you've been advised. Look in his eyes and you'll see a soul that's darker than genocide. Desensitized, relaxing before the body's identified. I've been inside when men have died. Murdered cold for defending pride. I'm energized. Niggas drop their flag and get penalized. Like Bronny James, they only want smoke before the king arrives. You niggas high, could tell in your vocals. You ain't too fit to ride. Your bitter cries just show you emotional. Those things I sit aside. This shit applies to all of you locals. You should admit you lied. I split the pie. Cause niggas get hopeful when you legitimize, epitomize my life, nigga. Here's some advice, nigga. People accept the rules when they love who's holding a knife, nigga. I'm just trying to get right with ya. I paint precise pictures, write scriptures, dark but can shine as bright as some light fixtures. I just search for the right mixtures. Frontin', I might strip ya. Rob a nigga plain bareface, sorta like Mike Ditka's. I was in the rapping grams, now I'm the rapper Rand. And I could pack the stands out in Pakistan with a pack of stands. Never had a backup plan, never had promotion, never rapped a van. But I had devotion before that smack on cam. Catch me in the traffic jam, clap the man, back the land, cruiser up, and now it's arugula with the rack of lamb. You can see we ain't cut the same. I'm a diamond in the rough, yup, an uncut gem, stuck in this rough terrain.